Nyesom Wike, Sheyi Makinde, Samuel Otom, Okeze Ikpeazu, and Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi are the G5 governors who have pulled out from supporting Atiku Abubakar, the PDP presidential candidate. They are right now in London deliberating on the person they will support. There are many speculations around who they will support. Wike has said that he will reveal who he is supporting in January. Wike is the only person that has nothing to lose in this election going forward. After his term ends in May, he will go back to his house. Unlike others, Sheyi Makinde is going for second term in Oyo State. Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu is going to the Senate. Okeze Ikpeazu is contesting for Senate, all under PDP. Samuel Otom also is contesting for Senate. So definitely the positions they are contesting for will determine who they will support. You know, politics is all about interest. So let's start with Samuel Otom. Let's see the likely person that he will support. Otom has made it clear that he's supporting Peter Obi. There's no way back for him to APC because he decamped from APC to PDP. And looking at what he accused the Buhari administration of, the negligence in his state, Benue State, insecurity problems that is happening there, also the one that happened in southern Kaduna of recent, is terrible. Anyway, Otom has made it clear that he's supporting Peter Obi. In fact, he fell nearly short of endorsing him. You can even call it an endorsement. Let's hear him.
I have seen capacity, I have seen faith and hope, and I have seen someone that can bring the required justice, equity, and fairness that some of us have been pursuing since I became governor in 2015. If I were not in PDP, I would have been following you all over the place to canvass, vote for you. But because I'm in PDP, I'm still telling Nigerians that this is a man that can help deliver this country.
So it's obvious that Otom is supporting Peter Obi. It's a matter of telling his followers in Benue State to vote for Labour Party, Peter Obi, for the presidential election, and vote PDP, that's him, Otom, for the senatorial election. They are all holding the same day anyway. So it's easy for him to do. Now, let's see who Wike is likely to support for the presidential election. Already, Atiku Abubakar is ruled out. He was the one that caused the problem in the first place. So it's between Tinubu and Peter Obi. Who is Wike likely to support? Wike knows that Peter Obi is quite popular in Rivers State. Most parts of the Deep South, Peter Obi is quite popular. Even PDP members are supporting Peter Obi in large numbers. Wike is a very influential person, whether you like him or not. In politics, everyone has a role to play. You do not chase people away, whether you think they are good or bad. The moves that people make in politics is out of interest, just like what is happening in Anambra State today. In 2019, Atheze was telling people that Buhari will hand over to Umahi, an Igbo man.
Like somebody like Buhari, after another 4 years, 8 years in presidency, will give Igbos the power. Nobody else will do that. Only Buhari. Oh, Buhari will give us power. We transfer the presidency to Igbo man. Because he has conscience. He takes a decision. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. Now, Mr. President, I'm very happy. Somebody like Umeha is a young man who feared God, who think about the poor like yourself. Give him power to rule Igbo people and Nigeria as a whole. I'm very grateful. I salute you, Mr. President.
That was just in 2019. And in 2022, the same Atheze that told Nigerians that Buhari will hand over to Umahi is now saying that Igbo people should wait behind Atiku Abubakar, that he will hand over to Soludo. So it's obvious to everyone, Nigerians are wiser. They know that the 2023 elections is between the poor and the rich. A lot of people are wiser now. They know that many people, establishment politicians that are benefiting from the system, do not want a humble person to get into the position. They want someone that will continue the same system of sharing money. You know, like many people have said, especially Peter Obi, Even under the current system, the money that is earned, Nigeria can still make headway, serious headway. Nigeria can still build a lot of infrastructure even without borrowing if they are able to cut wastages.
Let nobody tell you there's not enough money. No. Tell me what a governor in Nigeria needs a dispatch rider for. What for? If I tell you how we stop fuel, we used to have a fuel dump when I was governor. Fuel dump. It was costing us almost 30 million a month. I said, what is it? They say, hey! I said, shut it down. I found out that my convoy in the first 2 weeks, because it was about 22 vehicles, was costing us about 300,000 to buy fuel. Of course, you know what happens to half of it. So I said, okay, you know what we are going to do? Bring down the convoy. People in Anambra here, I don't use that. I asked them, carry this in and go. Pack it. My convoy is 5 vehicles. And you cannot buy fuel unless I'm inside the car. So I will pay them. No more.
These wastages are where politicians steal money from. That's how they make money in office. They get into office having nothing, but a few years, they will have mansions everywhere. So establishment politicians and wealthy men who benefit from the system do not want someone like Peter Obi to get there because he will block all the loopholes where they steal money. Like he did in Anambra State. He retired a lot of establishment politicians in Anambra State. So definitely Wike will support Peter Obi. All the equity and justice he has been shouting in PDP all this while. It will not make sense for him to support any other candidate except Peter Obi. Is it equity? Is it zoning? Is it capacity to even govern? Is it confidence, who you can trust? So Wike will not like to swim against the tide in Rivers State, having gauged the opinion of people. He is the governor. He knows what is happening in the state more than many people, having employed hundreds of thousands of people for the election. So he knows that Peter Obi is quite popular. So definitely he will be supporting Peter Obi. That makes it 2 out of the G5 governors. Next is Okeze Ikpeazu. What is happening in Abia State right now? Alex Oti, that is contesting for governorship, is quite popular and he is in Labour Party. So wherever Okeze Ikpeazu eventually pitches his tent, because it's looking like he's not supporting Peter Obi, he won't be backing him. It might be understandable because he is afraid that the Labour Party wave might sweep every position, thereby hurting his chances of getting to the Senate. It's also not surprising because many establishment politicians do not like Peter Obi just for one reason. They know that he will block all channels, all leakages of stealing money. He will block them. People who see themselves as career politicians, who don't have any other business that they do, just politics, do not like the candidacy of Peter Obi. That's why the masses, Nigerians, are supporting him massively because they know that he will cut wastages like he did in Anambra. Even some of the investments that Peter Obi did when he was the governor of Anambra State, some of them are yet to mature. Let's hear Alex Oti as he explains.
In the media, there has been accusations and counter-accusations about the money he left in Anambra State. And as a participant at that time in 2013-2014, I would like to again restate that Peter Obi actually left the money he said he left. And I have documented it in my back page article that I wrote some 2 years ago on the 8th of June 2020. I happened to be the CEO of Diamond Bank at that time, and he came to my office. He wanted to leave the money in cash, and we said no. We strategized and said we'll invest the money in Euro bonds. I personally helped him exchange Naira to dollar, about $155 million, which were invested in the tier 2 capital of some of the banks, and then in some Euro bonds. Some of them have maturities up to 2023, so some of the monies have not matured.
The body language of Seyi Makinde, the governor of Oyo State, shows that he's neither there or here. But it is quite obvious that he will support Tinubu. Tinubu is quite popular in Oyo State. Peter Obi is also popular, but Tinubu comes top. So he will not like to swim against the tide. Remember that he's going for re-election. So whatever decision that he takes now might affect his chances, although he's quite popular in Oyo State. Next is Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, the governor of Enugu State. His body language also shows that he's neither here nor there. He has never granted interviews that, supports the position of Wike openly. So Ugwuanyi is likely not going to support Peter Obi because of the same reason that Okeze Ikpeazu will not support him. The former governor of Enugu State, Senator Nnamani, is openly campaigning for Tinubu. You will see his posters in Enugu with Tinubu's picture. He's doing all this while still in PDP. So maybe Ugwuanyi feels he can do the same and survive. Who knows? Many other governorship aspirants in Enugu, not just Enugu State, many parts of the South, boldly put Peter Obi's picture on their posters and billboards. So whoever the G5 governors decide to support, the most important thing that is common within them is the fact that they all agree that power must come down south after Buhari's tenure. Because we are a multi-ethnic country, no one tribe or region should dominate the leadership position in Nigeria. Always remember, don't just watch and go. Watch and subscribe to our channel and enable notification. Thank you for your support.